Hi, so thanks for sticking with me. What I was saying before was just that these are typical descriptions that we wouldn't see inside of characters, right? These are things that are usually outside. Sickness is not something we often associate, so it's just something to keep in mind, right? So this part's where it gets a little complicated, so just follow along, and if I stumble with you, that's okay. Convulsions, epilepsies, fierce kierans, intestine stones and ulcer, colic pains, demoniac frenzy, moping melancholy, and moonstruck madness, pinning atrophy, marasmus and wide-wasting pestilence, dropsies and asthmas, and joint-racking rheums. Here's the thing, I'm seeing this big association between death and illness. And that's something that has been constant throughout time, right? Going back far, far back. So my question is, if we constructed what death looked like as a person, would he have these features? He or she. Would they have these features, or would they just give them to other people? We do have some references between characterizing death. Let me see if I have these. Yeah, so the Grim Reaper is a great example. So he's really dark and dense, and he's got he's a hooded figure, and he's got a weapon. There's a skull face, but you really don't know much more about him, and there's all kinds of stories about him. And he's very strong and powerful. You can tell he has this slanted perspective a lot of the time, right? But he's also solid, and he stands straight. So these are all things to think about. But here's another one. Right, we've got sugar skulls, which are very different than the Grim Reaper. They're very flamboyant and colorful, also depicting a very strong essence, right? I mean, just very strong features, strong characters. But they're colorful and positive and different and memorable. Both are very memorable. So that's something that we're going to keep in mind as we continue to read. Dire was the tossing deep, the groans. Despair tended the sick, busiest from couch to couch, and over them triumphant death. His dart shook. Maybe that's a weapon that that Milton puts with death. Shook but delayed to strike, though oft invoked with vows of their chief good and final hope. Right, so suddenly Milton is bringing hope to death. Could we relate other figures to that hope? Right, so in some cases yes, in some cases no. For the sugar schools, I would think that they're pretty hopeful. I mean, they're uplifting, right, and encouraging, and they have more of a positive interpretation of death. The Grim Reaper is not quite as hopeful, and that's maybe something that we should look into, kind of moving on from there. But, what other figures do you know that are associated with death? Let's go ahead and keep reading. Sight so deformed what heart of rock could not, dry eye behold, Adam could not but weep. Right, we got that Adam and Eve plotline still embedded here. Though not of a woman born, compassion quelled, and his best of man gave him up to tears. Its base till firmer thoughts restrained. So this is really talking about Adam more than this is talking about death. This is talking about how Adam is feeling pain, and pain is associated to death, right, and loss. It makes me wonder what the difference is between death and loss, and because they're so closely associated. I mean, if you lose something, it's kind of like this ending, and that's what death is. It's just a big ending. So a larger question that I have is, why would Milton include a negative character like this? Why not just make him death? Why does he have to be a character? Right, so there's a couple of options, right? So number one, it can be intimidating. Death isn't reproachable in terms of being something to go to do, right? Nobody wants to die.